And I think most importantly, can I ask you one more time to put your hands together for each other to celebrate us.
Every single one of my own plans. See, I'd rather have your heart. So I put them
There are not many events that you can go to that celebrate black men, that celebrate black excellence like we are today. Amen? There's a lot of portrayals of black men everywhere, but this is the event of safety, upliftment, success, and honoring that we find time after time. And again, a big thanks to Black Men XCEL for enabling us to gather together this esteemed event. Amen again? So I'm glad to be here again. We're going to have a great time today, and I encourage you to celebrate with us. I will let you in before we begin to our MC of the night, our distinguished person who's going to facilitate tonight. Can I let you in on a secret on this side? We have a major prize that we are giving out. Would you all like to know what that prize is on this side? And here's the thing. In fact, I'm just going to take 30 seconds to have you do that now. Can everybody take your phones out? Because y'all dressed up and looking all cute and nice. Take your phones out right now. Take a selfie of your neighbor, or if you are that narcissistic, a selfie of yourself. And I want you to do a selfie of yourself or your neighbor right now, right now, right now. Take it out, take it out, take it out right now. We're going to have the X, the Twitter, the Instagram, all of it go viral. Take a picture, and I want you to tag and tell everybody Black Men XCEL right now. Use the hashtag and tag Black Enterprise. And what the prize is, we'll talk about that in the next few days. With that, everybody, we're going to get ready to move on with our program. Introduce our master of ceremonies one more time. Put your hands together for Black Men XCEL. Let me hear you loud and clear. Let the world know. Let the world know. A little bit more, a little bit more. Our show is getting ready to begin, and I'm excited about this. Welcome, welcome, welcome again to Black Men XCEL. My name is Ramon Ray. Please join me and put your hands together as I bring to you award-winning broadcaster and master of ceremonies. Are y'all ready? Emmy award-winning Ed Gordon.
What's happening, fellas? All right, so listen, let me just get into a couple things for you real quick. As you will see, everybody gets a theme song. So Jen called me and said, Ed, I need some music for your theme. Can you give me 2 songs? And I said, no, Jen, I only got 1 theme song. Hit it again for me, gentlemen. Come on, man, bust that up. What's the matter with y'all?
Hard to understand.
Now, if you old enough, that's right, y'all know what's happening. Fred is still dead, y'all. And if you ain't old enough, the Superfly 2 was not the happening. So, you know, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you. Ramon, thank you very much and welcome. It is my pleasure to join Black Enterprise once again to celebrate the Black Men XCEL Summit. Now, for the 7th year, let's give a round of applause to that. And when we talk about Black Men XCEL and celebrate the best of who we are, we're talking about more than just a theme song. Excellence is a goal, a call to action, and we each have roles to play in opening doors, not only for ourselves, but for others. We're going to come to you and get into a little bit about some trailblazers who made a difference this evening, and we want to congratulate them tonight and each of tonight's award recipients for being history makers and pathfinders for men and women across the nation. Now, before I get into it, I want to say this because particularly with a room full of mostly men and ladies, we appreciate you spending some time with us, and that's right, let's give it up for the ladies. And we know that we are going to get into important subjects this week. We're going to talk about AI, of course, and the future of blacks in corporate America and where DE&I is going. But I want to ask the question that I think most black men know, that is, well, the thing that keeps us up at night. And no, gentlemen, I'm not talking about today's news about is Jada really back on the market? As if y'all got a shot. But the real question And I'm going to find out from this crowd. Oh, let us give this brother right here a round of applause. He's late as usual, but please welcome Anthony Anderson. But here's the question, and I'm going to ask you to do it by a round of applause because it is the burning question among black men in black America. Who's better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? So here we go. For those of you who are misguided, give applause for LeBron James. Now, for those of y'all that understand the game, let's give applause for the real GOAT. And that's what I'm talking about. All right. Frankly, if you are men of a certain age, you know that I've been stalling because this next gentleman had to go to the men's room before he came up here. So I'm going to see if we are ready. Are we ready? Is that a yes? Okay. Now, let's begin this evening's program with the official welcome from the President and CEO of Black Enterprise. Please welcome Earl Butch Graves, Jr.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. Thank you, Ed. Ed is right. I was at the restroom. As my father said, when you reach a certain age, you reach age 60, never walk by a restroom and not use it. So I have come to that point. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 7th annual edition of the Black Enterprise Black Men XCEL Summit and tonight's XCEL Awards Gala hosted by FedEx. Yes, please give FedEx a round of applause. I am grateful and excited to be with you for this impactful, inspiring, unique, and absolutely necessary conference focused on uplifting the excellence and leadership of black men. Think about it, a conference specifically dedicated to acknowledging and celebrating black men, not merely as performers in sports and entertainment or problems to be solved, but as leaders, contributors, and yes, heroes. It's a simple concept, but one still too rarely expressed or championed. And on that point, it is not lost on us that we are celebrating black excellence in the state of Florida, which is currently burdened by a governor and presidential candidate who is leading a futile effort to erase and even whitewash our history of trial and triumph as black people in America. Now, while holding this event elsewhere was an option for us, we chose not to fall back, but to step up, to present ourselves as bold, living, breathing proof of our legacy of overcoming and achieving. So together, here in this room, we represent truth that cannot be denied and a history that can never be erased. While men of color are still largely defined by the challenges, obstacles, and yes, threats we face, we at Black Enterprise will always focus and celebrate the persistence, creativity, determination, diligence, genius, and faith we draw upon to overcome and succeed every day of our lives as black men, no matter what, including here in the state of Florida. So that's why we've recognized the likes of former Carnival CEO Arnold Donald, Bishop T.D. Jakes, NBA Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and the late Congressman John Lewis with XCEL Awards in the past. And that is why tonight's XCEL Awards are about, and what our honorees represents, an undeniable, indomitable, and unconditional celebration of our excellence and leadership as black men. Our gathering here is about more than merely being present. It's about making a statement. Our truth cannot be denied. Our excellence is irrefutable. We are making history at a rate far greater than the capacity to erase it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. So make no mistake, we do not lead the charge all by ourselves. We partner with others who believe in our vision and your value, and among them, our longtime Black Men XCEL host, FedEx Express. Please join me in welcoming the Senior Vice President of Canada and U.S. Stations Operations for FedEx, Mr. Sam Nesbitt.
Thank you, Butch. Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's truly an honor to be here to represent FedEx as one of the major sponsors of this incredible Black Men XCEL Summit. This event, as many in this audience knows, is and has been, an outstanding platform that celebrates excellence and remarkable achievements of Black men everywhere. I'm also proud to acknowledge the invaluable partnership between FedEx and Black Enterprise, this being a collaboration that has had a profound impact on the African American community. The corporate success of FedEx, along with the entrepreneurial spirit of Black Enterprise, has joined us together to exemplify an unwavering commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion that reaches far beyond our respective industries. For myself, I have to state this, as someone that has enjoyed a career spanning 36 years with FedEx, I can speak with confidence that our company is committed to ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table. I'll give you an example of that in just one second. This includes our strong culture of leadership development through even stronger mentoring relationships that I personally have benefited from over the years, as have many of my FedEx colleagues here in this room. Now, this is not on the script, but I have to state this because I think this is important, because when we talk about culture and we talk about mentorship, we have two outstanding, retired, one being a chief diversity officer, one being a chief operating officer, that have been those role models, that have been the ones that have reached down and collected many of the FedEx folks up and provided exemplary mentorship over the years. And they should be recognized because that's what we're here about, that's what we're talking about, that's what this forum is about. Just want to acknowledge Matt Thornton and Mr. Shannon Brown, who you'll hear about in just a little bit here. But for over 50 years now, FedEx has not only supported, but has also uplifted the communities we serve, and we do firmly believe that true success is not just measured based on profits. I know sometimes that's what we think about, but that's really not what it's all about. It's really about what we're doing to provide uplift in our communities. This belief continues to create opportunities that allow us to invest in talent, to nurture an environment where diversity is not merely a concept, but a dynamic force that drives success wherever that success may be. During this summit, let us recognize the invaluable alliance of FedEx and Black Enterprise. And when I say FedEx and Black Enterprise, I know just looking out at this audience that you all don't work for just FedEx or Black Enterprise. There are many sponsors and corporations that are represented here during the summit, and we all are a testament to what can be achieved when corporations prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion. This partnership has not only delivered hope, inspiration, empowerment, but has also paved the way for countless Black men and Black women across this nation and beyond to grow, to advance, to evolve, to prosper. So for all of us, it is only through rising together that we soar, and there's no limit to what we can achieve. Thank you all for the time. Enjoy the summit.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you, FedEx for your valued partnership. Now I'm going to turn the program back over to one of our most respected and accomplished journalists, who, as the original host of our nationally syndicated Our World with Black Enterprise TV show, is also a valuable member of the Black Enterprise family. Today, he is a host of the groundbreaking BET CBS monthly show, America in Black, and our Master of Ceremonies. Please welcome back the Emmy Award-winning broadcast journalist, television host, and my dear friend, Mr. Ed Gordon.
Thank you, Butch. The XCEL Awards recognizes the outstanding trailblazers and triumphant champions whose achievements, contributions, impact, and leadership in every profession and area of endeavor provide shining examples of success for all, especially Black men, to be inspired by and to aspire to. Tonight, we honor a number of people, including a founder of the profound solutions provider to the global broadband industry, a pioneer that contributed greatly to the success of Federal Express while mentoring countless others along his extraordinary career journey, an award-winning actor and producer whose exceptional talent leaves us with memorable and lasting impressions of the characters he has portrayed, and a CEO among only a handful of Black leaders, nation's publicly traded corporations. Please give them all a round of applause. The award celebrates those Black men who represent absolute greatness and serve as the standard of excellence. Again, not just for African Americans, but for the world. Now, in keeping with the broad diversity of their achievement, corporate partners, Gilead, Manulife, John Hancock, Fidelity, and Federal Express, please join us as we present the XCEL Awards to these illustrious individuals. Please, we want to also thank all of you for being a part of this great evening. And now to the awards. Here to present this evening's first award is the Vice President and Chief Compliance Officer for Manulife, John Hancock, Michael Kerr. Please welcome him.
A round of applause, please, for Ed. Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Good evening, everyone. I have the great honor of presenting the first award of the evening to a truly great man, the retired Senior Vice President of the Eastern Division, U.S. Operations and Chief Diversity Officer for FedEx Express. He is lauded as a business trailblazer and one of the most iconic executives in the company's 50-year history, known admiringly as a man for all seasons. 44 years ago, Shannon began his career at FedEx as a package handler, and tonight, it is our privilege to present a package to you, Shannon. With glowing respect and admiration, let's take a look at this video.
Shannon Brown is on a spectacular second act in his career, now sharing his business wisdom as founder, president, and CEO of his own firm, SAB Consulting. It comes on the heels of 44 successful years scaling the corporate heights at FedEx, crowning his achievements as the company's Chief Diversity Officer and Senior Vice President of Eastern Operations. His determination to rise through the ranks is an example of the can-do spirit that was instilled in his childhood.
Grew up in housing project here in Memphis. Mother, 6 kids, 3 boys, 3 girls. Even as a young child, she would take the money for the utility bill and telephone bill, and she would pin it in my pocket and tell me, don't you talk to anybody, don't you stop for nothing, you go pay furniture bill and utility bill and so forth. She saw, I guess, the leadership qualities in me in a very young age.
Starting as a package handler, he moved into operations and management, and was then tapped for HR work at the FedEx hub in Memphis as the company developed one of the first corporate diversity programs.
FedEx was at the forefront of supporting diversity in itself. Like I said, in '92, Fred Smith said that, look, we're going to have to get this organization ready for minorities and women. We need to train all of the management team, including the executive management, about diversity so it could be part of the conversation.
He sees the partnership of FedEx and Black Enterprise as a key part of expanding diversity.
Earl Graves went to one of the board meetings, and then after that, the relationship began. So that brand of Black Enterprise and FedEx was aligned together because here are two quality organizations doing great things, and that's before diversity became diversity.
And for more than 20 years, FedEx has been a strong partner of Black Enterprise. We are absolutely, positively delighted to be a part of this movement that celebrates the achievement of Black men.
A member of the Cadence Bank Board of Directors, an investor in commercial and residential real estate, and owner of the rights to all Gus's Fried Chicken restaurants in Georgia, Brown's business acumen extends beyond FedEx. He has been honored on BE's list of most powerful executives in corporate America. Black Enterprise named FedEx one of the best companies for diversity. And Shannon Brown even has a street named after him in his hometown of Memphis. He feels his management style has been an important part, not only in his success, but has led to success for those he managed.
Well, my leadership style is to use what I call the platinum rule. Don't treat people like I want to be treated. I treat people like they want to be treated. What do you need from me in order for you to be successful in this organization?
But while Shannon Brown is pleased with what he has seen at FedEx, he does have a call to action for Black men in this country.
We've been attacked from all angles. And it's for successful Black folk, men like me and you all, that we got to solve this problem. We can get some kind of way, get our young Black men to see a way out. And that's what I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing.
For his determination to expand opportunities, his commitment to diversity, and his drive to see Black men included in all areas and activities, Black Enterprise is proud to present the 2023 Black Men XCEL Dedicated Corporate Champion Award to Shannon Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Kerr, for that wonderful introduction. I also want to begin my expression to thank my good friend, Earl Butch Graves, Jr., and the entire Black Enterprise family for an organization who thought of me to receive such a great honor. I want to give a special salute to the late Earl Graves, Sr., for being a media giant who built a financial powerhouse that educated people on building wealth. Some people dream of success while others wake up and his legacy on how to build a future for others. Earl Graves knew how to put the dream to work, and his legacy lives through the great work that Butch is continually to do to take Black Enterprise to even more exciting new heights. For more than 25 years, FedEx Express and Black Enterprise have enjoyed a fantastic relationship, and we've always been proud to be on BE's top companies for diversity. So again, I'm grateful to have been a part of this journey for awareness and education and also inspiration for Black men. When I first received the word that Black Enterprise had selected me for the dedicated Corporate Champion Award, I was truly humbled. But I also thought about the fact that I had done something that most young people today wouldn't think of. I worked for the same company for 44 years. I came there when I was 21 years old in a big afro. And you look at how much hair I have now. I joined the company in 1978, 21 years old as a package handler. And I went to HR, and they said, well, what do you want to be? I said, well, you know, as cocky as I am, I want to be the CEO. And the lady told me, she said, well, somebody's in that job, young man. What about a package handler? I said, okay, if that's all you have, I'll take it. And to give you a backdrop, back in 1978, the median household income was $15,000, and a gallon of gas was 53 cents. So when you talk about what I was looking for and trying to figure out what I wanted to be, it was hard to say, okay, this is something that is being presented to me and make the best out of it. I tell you, young Black men, your reputation is your resume. When I began to move up in the company, I didn't forget where I started. As I moved into the executive suite, I brought with me some good old-fashioned common sense practices, such as don't come to work thinking you're better than other folk. Speak to people. Don't cost you anything to be nice to anybody. Titles come and go, but people never forget how you treated them. As you stretch and grow, be a mentor and a servant leader. Keep the lines of communication open and create a culture of respect and allow other folks to succeed. Be a lifelong learner. There's something new you can learn every day from people of all walks of life. I also made it a priority to give back to the community and organizations that are helping people to succeed. When FedEx began serving as a sponsor of Black Enterprise more than 2 decades ago, we saw an opportunity to expose entrepreneurs to excel in business and help them network so they can think about investment opportunities and so they can build wealth for their families and generations to come. And today, FedEx is pleased to sponsor Black Men XCEL, Women of Power, and the Black Entrepreneur Summit. It has been said that reward for work well done is an opportunity to do more. It is an exciting season of my life. My goal is to continue to give my best in all that I do, from corporate boardrooms to kids in search for the purpose in their lives. I salute Butch and the entire Black Enterprise family, as well as my FedEx team members across the entire United States and the world. So I'd like to take the time and have my FedEx colleagues to please stand. I want to thank each and every one of you for all the support that you gave me as I rose through the organization, because I could never have done what I've done by myself. And these gentlemen and ladies have been really an anchor for me to continue to do what I do every day, and thank you all very much. I also want to take the time to thank my wife, Beryl, if you don't mind standing. Having to put up with me is just not easy. But I figure if I keep making money and give her a better lifestyle, I can get away with some things. And I think it worked. But thank you again for putting up with all of the moving from location to location and all the ideas that I came up that were kind of crazy. But thank you very much. I also want to thank my youngest daughter, who's a junior at the University of Miami, Shannon Brown. Please stand. Today is Kaylin's birthday, folks. She's 21 years old. So she legally can drink some whiskey today. We're going to start out with the hard stuff. But Kaylin, thank you very much. I'm so proud of you. And my oldest daughter, who is also a FedExer, she couldn't make it today. So again, thank you very much for this special honor. And folks, we're going to have a great time at this conference.
I was trying to see if your wife was laughing with the rest of us, but I think she was, so I think you're all right going home, man. I think you're all right going home. And you know, you'll see these videos about people as we introduce them, and it really is impressive to have a street named after you and all the accolades that Shannon, has assembled throughout his career. But I knew nothing about the Gus's chicken thing. Shannon, I'm gonna need some coupons or something, man. I've been rolling around hungry for a long time, man. All right, listen, let me say this, though. We joke and try to have fun at this dinner, but I will say this. Butch and I talk about this all the time. You know, when you look at the environment we're living in now, and really we are in an extraordinary time, and a time that should not be, and I think too often we've been kind of cavalier with what is going on. Black folk are in a war right now, and we need to understand what this room says. This room shows what is not often shown in the media, certainly not portrayed in terms of who black men are. And the importance of this conference continues to grow and grow and grow. And so when you leave here, I just want to make sure that you spread the word in terms of what you saw this weekend and how impressive it is. So please give yourselves a round of applause one more time. Now, presenting our next honoree is the Vice President of Advancing Health and Black Equity for Gilead Sciences. Please welcome Rashad Burgess.
Thank you, Ed. Good evening, everyone. I don't know about you, but I am so inspired when I look out at this crowd. Are you inspired this evening? Come on, are you inspired this evening? It is my distinct pleasure to present the XCEL Award to one of the nation's premier energy providers, Chris Womack. Chris's meteoric rise from a legislative aide on Capitol Hill to becoming one of the few African Americans to serve as CEO, as in Chief Executive Officer, of one of the 500 largest US-based publicly traded corporations is an extraordinary feat. Chris leads Southern Company, one of the nation's leading energy providers, serving 9 million customers nationwide and reporting revenues of nearly $70 billion. And there's more.
Born in Greenville, Alabama, Chris Womack began his career in the halls of Congress as a legislative aide to Congressman Leon Panetta, then chair of the powerful House Budget Committee.
I decided to go to Washington for a summer internship before I graduated and fell in love with DC. So being there, being in the political process, being in the legislative process, seeing how laws are made, somebody like that who challenged me to be the best, to challenge me to work hard, challenged me to work across party lines, to collaborate, to bring people together. I learned a lot doing that.
His Washington experience would provide him with valuable career tools.
I learned to be flexible. I learned to be adaptable. I learned to be a quick study. And I think all those things and all those attributes have been beneficial to me as I've moved through the rest of my career.
But his heart was in the South, where a move to Birmingham would mean a critical job decision.
I had a couple, 2 or 3 job offers at one time. One was with the mayor, one was at the university in Birmingham. Then I had a job opportunity to go work at Alabama Power Company. But something said, go do this power company thing for a while, go work in business for a while, put that on your resume, and see how it turns out. And so here it is, some 35 years later, I'm still at the power company.
It would prove to be the path to the C-suite, as Alabama Power opened the doors to the Southern Company family. Womack would move up the corporate ladder to president of Georgia Power, and this year, president and CEO of Southern Company itself.
I always felt I had the capacity, had the ability to lead people. But the other part of me has always been important to me is the ability to work with others and to bring people together across all kinds of lines and barriers. And so I think those are critical elements and important elements of a successful leader.
As he rose in the company, he would become a regular on Black Enterprise's list of most powerful executives in corporate America. And he feels there are some important steps to make it to that position.
Limiting yourself, working hard, not shying away from hard work. I think there's simply no substitute. There are no free rides. And then I think it's also understanding that no matter how hard I work, I can't accomplish anything by myself. I have to work well with others. You have to build teams that enjoy being together, working together, collaborating together.
Now, in his first year at the Southern Company helm, he's already made significant changes.
We added an element in our values called intentional inclusion, meaning that in a very intentional way, in a very dedicated way, we're going to pursue inclusion and fairness and equality for all of our employees.
He's also committed the corporation to making significant changes in Black communities.
HBCUs are a very important part of our fabric. And I've always felt, and we've always known, that many individuals that have the opportunity to graduate and go to HBCUs, when they graduate, they get a job. It's not just changing the life of that one student, but you're changing the lives of that entire family. That's how you break the cycle of poverty.
And for this CEO, a quote from Denzel Washington has become a guiding principle.
Life is not just about making a living, but life is about making a difference. And I so think that we all who are fortunate and blessed with opportunities, that we must dedicate our lives and commit our lives to supporting our families, but also finding a way to make a difference in all that we do and helping others, reaching back, lending a helping hand in all levels of our communities.
For his efforts at inclusion, his collaborative team building, and his determination to make a difference, Black Enterprise is proud to present the 2023 Black Men XCEL Outstanding Executive Leader Award to Chris Womack.
It is my distinct honor and pleasure to present the 2023 Black Enterprise Black Men XCEL Award to Chris Womack.
A game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. So I keep doing my own thing, walking tall against the rain.
First of all, let me say good evening. And secondly, let me thank Butch and the whole BE family for this recognition. As the video stated, I grew up in South Alabama. I grew up about 60 miles south of Montgomery during the Jim Crow era. So I saw racism, I saw segregation, I saw bathrooms I couldn't go in, water fountains I couldn't drink out of. I took my mother to the doctor's office one day, and she was incredibly sick, and so we had to go to the black waiting room, and so it took a long time for her to be seen, so I took her to the white side, and fortunately the doctor saw her. So a kid growing up in Greenville, Alabama back in the 60s, doing something in corporate America was not a vision that I had. I mean, my dream was to be either a teacher or a preacher. And so I stand here, yes, thanking my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for having achieved all that I have achieved. But I also had the luxury of living and growing up with a praying grandmother and a praying mother who always challenged me to say, I can be whatever I want to be. Now, I had no idea what that meant, okay? I had no idea what that meant, but they challenged me no matter what I did to work hard, play by the rules, work well with others, and if you do that, good things will happen to you. And so I've been fortunate in that regard. I tell you, the other part of it is for me, and it gets to be pretty simple. A lot of times we get in these environments and we as black men, sometimes we compete against each other. But I also had this incredible, wonderful blessing in my life to come across some black men in my life that have been teammates, they have been friends, they have been compadres. We've hated each other because somebody's golf swing was ugly and somebody couldn't handle the pressure. And we have grown up together. I mean, we've endured all kinds of celebrations and marriages. We've endured 9/11 tragedies where we lost one of our dear friends. But at the end of the day and at the start of most days, we were there for each other. So Butch, Rodney Monroe, Jeff Woods, Clinky, L.L. Cool J, Mercer Cook, Cy Walker. I mean, I go through the whole list of brothers. I mean, they have been my champions. They have been my support system. I mean, they have lifted me up when I needed it. They've encouraged me when I needed it. And so it is so wonderful to be here at Black Enterprise. And yeah, I stand here, like I said, I mean, it's still hard for me to believe. Here it is, this kid from South Alabama leading a $135 billion enterprise value company, okay? That doesn't make sense. You can't dream that up. You know, but it's real because you can dream the impossible. You can have this opportunity. You can do this. Now, as you heard me say before, you can't do anything by yourself. You simply can't do it. You got to have help. You got to have a David Grant in your life, okay? You got to have people who are in the cut standing with you in rooms that you can't be in, advocating and representing you. So the commitment and the responsibility that we have, yes, we want to be successful. We want to have nice things. But this life that we're blessed to have ain't about just making a living. This life that we are blessed and we're afforded these opportunities that we are privileged to have. At the end of the day, that epitaph, that eulogy, what's going to be said about you? I hope you buy into the notion in a very serious and personal way that I am here to make a difference. I am here to help somebody. I am here to lift somebody else up, not just my own selfish self. Okay? I mean, yeah, we can complain about a lot of things. We can talk about what they're doing to us, and they are, and we got to push back. We got to defend it. Yeah, D&I is not a political issue. D&I is about being fair and equitable for everybody. Everybody in our company. Don't get caught up in that political narrative. It's about fairness. It's about equality. But we have got to make sure we've got to challenge ourselves and not accept any free lunches, no free rides. We have got to make sure that we firmly commit ourselves to making a difference, to helping somebody. And if we do that, we can help this world be the place that we really want it to be. God bless you. Thank you all so very much. And Butch, thank you for this honor. Thank you, my brother.
Life's a game, but it's not fair.
Once again, congratulations, Chris. Chris and I were just at an event a couple of weeks ago where I hosted a panel where he was one of the panelists, and I think it's so important, and we should not just assume that these gentlemen are serving words for sake of words. He is so right about pulling us all along. As I mentioned before, we are in great need to be fortified as one. I did want to say, I took a quick note here, and I made the note before. I know you can't see it, but this is before I saw the note, or I saw the quote of Denzel Washington, but I put Denzel. Because what I was most proud of, Chris, and clearly you've been practicing this, but if y'all noticed, when he was walking out of his office in that slow motion, he had that Denzel walk, didn't he? I know you was practicing that, Chris, along the way. All right, I know that y'all is hungry, so we are going to take a quick dinner break, and on the other side of this, we will continue to hand out the awards. So it says that I should turn the program back over to Ramon, so I will do so. Ramon, you're around? There you go. All right, we'll see you after dinner.
Can we give Ed another round of applause for being an amazing master of ceremonies? Once again, happy birthday to Mr. Shannon Brown's daughter. Happy birthday to my wife, Ronnie, as well, who is here over there as well. We've heard a lot of gratefulness today, a lot of thankfulness today. I think it's time for those who wish to join me and bow our heads in prayer. And again, thank you for Derek and Alfred and others for having me be here today. Lord God, you are so amazing. We are grateful for this day. Many are suffering right now. Many don't have enough right now. Many are in need. Some in this room may be in that very position. But we thank you in this moment in time, this moment today, for your grace. And we are thankful. We are thankful that we can celebrate all, and especially tonight, being here, we can celebrate Black men. We thank you so much for the meal that you provided for us. Thank you for the staff. Thank you for this beautiful establishment. We pray that you bless the meal in the hands that prepared it. In your name we pray, Jesus. Amen. Please enjoy, network, have a good time, and don't forget, take those photos, take those selfies, and tag Black Enterprise, and use Black Men XCEL. Thank you so much. Enjoy.